Today's video is going to be kind of short because I'm still getting over being sick. I wanted to live stream today, but you know how it is when you're sick or you're getting over being sick and you have about an hour where you feel like yourself and you can do what you want, and then like that fades and then you're back to being sort of a miserable slump for the rest of the day. So I thought I would use these miserable slump hours and talk about something on my mind. If my voice sounds strained or weird, then go ahead and head to my merch store and just go ahead and buy a shirt. That'd be great. So while watching Exclusive Ace's channel, which is a great channel if you want some actual information about Modern Warfare, some actual detailed stats and testing, stuff that I could never do because, I get a headache when I try to pronounce 4-syllable words. But either way, Exclusive Ace was talking about how the latest patch notes for Modern Warfare are just leaving a shit ton of things out and just getting things wrong. I don't want to go back and watch his video and remember everything and then come back here again. I'm kind of sick, so what I'm gonna do, like I need to be sick to be this lazy, but either way, there's gonna be a link either in the comment section or my description. If not, go to Exclusive Ace's channel and look up his video about his latest videos about patch notes. Either way, the patch notes are just terrible with Modern Warfare. And my patience with Modern Warfare, despite liking the game, it is getting a little bit thinner, and I know that the moment you criticize a game, the internet sort of auto-translates that to, you must hate it, go play something else. And I would hope that none of us would have to be so insecure. I've always criticized Call of Duty on this channel, and from the get-go with Modern Warfare, I said I would criticize it if things didn't start getting better. We are at the end of February, alright? Infinity Ward still getting patch notes completely wrong is nothing short of embarrassing. I don't agree with the hyperbolic nature of the COD community jumping down Infinity Ward's throats and throwing a fit every time something isn't exactly the way they like it. In my opinion, the community consistently cries wolf over things that don't matter, and they usually come from a misunderstanding of the game, its mechanics, or just people not being happy. It never really feels like valid criticism. I mean, not never, but it's really hard to take the kid in the back of the class that's constantly complaining seriously just because there's now something to complain about. Look, I'm kind of the expert on bitching and whining, so let me tell you something. If you've been complaining since the beginning, before you could have even possibly learned the game, then I swear to God, if you come to me and say, I told you so, no. You can't just constantly bitch, and then when you're right, think that you predicted something. You're just a bitch. How do I know this? Because my channel used to be based on just complaining all of the time. Now I try to be a little bit more critical and a little bit more self-aware and a little bit more aware of the people I'm talking about in these types of videos. I'd like to think that my maturity scale went from a -5 to about a 1 or a 2 out of 100. And I'm unfortunately becoming more comfortable calling the behavior of Infinity Ward embarrassing as time goes on. First of all, I really don't care what anyone says. Despite it being a free content release that is a net benefit to the game overall, since Season 2 started, I keep having these realizations during the quiet moments of my life where it's just like, hey, I haven't played Modern Warfare in a week, what the hell? I've already vented about Season 2 being kind of ass when it comes to allowing me to play the content that was added. I love to grind new content, and the 2 new multiplayer maps that we got for Ground War and Standard modes, I've only been able to play Superstore once, which is the terrible gameplay you're seeing here, because I just wanted to hop on and get some gameplay. I wasn't feeling well, I was not at the top of my game. This map showed up, and I was like, oh shit, fuck. And I didn't do very well, but it's the only gameplay I have, and then the map disappeared, and the next 10 matches, my next 10 matches, I could not find this map again. And even though, yes, this is in Spec Ops, it has never been seen in a Call of Duty multiplayer environment before. I want to grind it, and I can't. I can't grind the new Ground War map, and those are areas that are in Spec Ops, but that's not the same as multiplayer, and I want to play multiplayer on them. I want to grind them until they bore me, instead of them showing up occasionally reminding me that they were added in the first place. So that problem, on top of the fact that every time Infinity Ward updates the game and releases the patch notes, YouTubers, Redditors, people on Twitter, they have to go in and just figure out what was actually changed, and if things were actually buffed, actually nerfed, what was really altered, what was really manipulated. When it comes to that last one, it's starting to feel like the player base itself. Exclusive Ace, bless his heart, should not have to go out of his way, take time out of his life to double check Infinity Ward's work so that the player base of this game can be actually informed. I shouldn't have to play 20 games to find the new content. And this is in a direct contrast to what's going on with Star Wars Battlefront 2, where the content added to Star Wars Battlefront 2 is accessible and the patch notes aren't complete and utter bullshit. And if they are, if there is a problem, if they accidentally increased instead of decreased or decreased instead of increased some set of values or things, then they let us know. They let people know. I don't know if Infinity Ward has gotten out in front of their bad patch notes yet, but I haven't seen it, and I follow all of the big names on Twitter. Game development's hard, it's a bitch from everything I've heard, but look, I shouldn't have to sift through the faces of the company, the faces of the dev team, and sift through their tweets and replies to see if they've said anything. They should be putting out big in all caps tweets. Whoopsie, we'll fix that. They added 2 new attachments to the Uzi and didn't mention it. They buffed attachments for the new SMG and didn't mention it. Meanwhile, in Battlefront 2 land, the patch notes aren't blatantly lying or leaving things out, and the content that's being added is readily accessible to the players. Even the new blasters they've added only require you to get 50 kills with the corresponding class to unlock it. So to unlock the new blaster for the specialist class, go get 50 kills with the specialist class. It's that simple. And while I think the way Modern Warfare's added their weapons is good, I still don't have either of them because, well, yeah, I've been sick this week and I haven't really been playing much of anything, but I should have at least had the main assault rifle by now. But mostly I just haven't felt motivated to play. Finding new content's difficult, and it's just not that fun to just keep playing the same maps over and over again when I know there's a new one that I really want to play, and there's also a different video game that's being more honest and open with its player base that's been really fun to play. The next Call of Duty game will come out in 8 to 9 months. I really hope that 3 of those months aren't just spent getting Modern Warfare on track. I want to see Infinity Ward ask the fans what they want to see in the game. Ask people what category of weapon they want to see next, pistol, sniper, LMG, assault rifle, and whichever one gets the most votes, then that comes out next. Ask people, email everybody with a Call of Duty account and say, vote for the next remade map being added to Modern Warfare. Grab 4 fan favorite maps and ask us which one we want to see first. It's not that hard. At this point, I don't feel like I'm asking for the moon. Just, take a poll. Take a pulse of the community so that we feel heard in some way. One of the really big things with Battlefront and DICE is that with Battlefront 2 here, we know when things are being worked on. We hear about them a long time before. The developers hint towards things and leak little things and spoil little things, so we know that something's coming around the corner. Didn't the Season 2 reveal for Modern Warfare come out 1 day before Season 2 even started? It was at least within the same week. They are clearly going to add a Battle Royale. Why not let us in as to what they're doing? Why not say, hey guys, we're working on Battle Royale, and here's the development progress of that, and here's some early gameplay, here's some testing, what do you guys want to see, give us your feedback. Free content is like free food. Really great unless it's thrown into your face without asking you what you wanted first. Figure out your player base. Take the pulse of the community. Sure, a lot of it's toxic and hostile, but there is a portion of the community, and I think it's a fairly large one, that would love to just give good feedback. In between the people that think that if you criticize the game you must hate it and you should play something else, and the people that think that you have an underdeveloped infant brain if you do enjoy the game, you have some dedicated Call of Duty fans that just want to see the game get better. Whoever's causing the miscommunications with the patch notes or the holdup in terms of content, and whoever's telling them not to hype up stuff they're about to add until it's just about to come out, or any of the things that the community's getting annoyed with and has been annoyed with, I say to you, you can't put your fingers in your ears and hum Wish You Were Here until the next COD game comes out. No worries, Modern Warfare made tons of money. My should you buy Modern Warfare video is supposed to be kind of serious, so hopefully by the time I have it done, or by the time I'm getting it done, something has changed so I can start saying more positive things. Because while the game itself is great, the support around it is beginning to severely lack, and it's also just beginning to piss me off. And Nana Nana Boo Boo, you weren't right from the beginning because you decided to bitch first. You just were bitching for the sake of it. Now there's kind of a reason to. So yeah, basically what I'm saying is that's nice, child. The rational people are talking now. No, I didn't expect that entire game to be overhauled within 8 weeks after release. I must be a fanboy. Go fuck yourself. See you when I see you guys. Goodbye.